impulse in terms of like see it, buy it.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce.
What else are you gonna fucking buy? You have every other.
Quantum Rumble took the last episode of Tate Confidential and decided that I was going to do an epic re-edit. Now the first thing I did was find a way to install the video on my computer, slap it on Premiere and watch it. Because how the hell can you edit a video if you don't know what the fuck it is about? Once I finished watching it, I was like, ouch. The editing was not good. This is a 10-minute video and we have a 5-second intro at the start, then we have a 1-minute clip of Andrew fighting, then we have a 40-second intro, and then at the end we have another 10-second outro. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, there were a bunch of things to take care of, but there was a catch. I had a time limit. I only had... I think the main problem here is that it's kinda confusing, but I'll take care of it. It will be amazing. The way I edit videos is divided in 3 phases, so-called first sweep, second sweep, and third sweep. You obviously start from the first sweep and it consists in basically just cutting the video and putting it in the right order. My prediction is that I'll probably bring it down to 5 minutes with all the cutting. While cutting, I got a really interesting idea. I thought, you know what, the intro is kinda weak, let's spice it up. You know, like in those TV shows where they make...
Last time on Shipwrecked, 9 brand new islanders made it to shore.
I wanted to do that, so I decided to do my own voiceover for the intro. This episode of Tate Confidential. The bored Tate brothers will decide to buy another Aston Martin. Fuck. Yeah, recording voiceovers isn't as easy as it seems, but after a couple of trials, this is what I came up with. In this episode of Tate Confidential, the Tate brothers will decide to buy another car for God knows why. You will see Andrew opening a gift from one of his fans, and Tristan will share one of the most dangerous health tips that humankind has ever seen. Now we can agree that this is much better than the original boring ass intro. Obviously Tate can do this stuff because he's the top G, he mastered the 7 styles of Fudan and he has a Bugatti. But if an average YouTuber decides to do an intro like this, they will get wrecked. So you want to make your intros very dense and you want them to convey the message of the video as effectively as possible. You don't want to do stuff like this. Now, the cursed video was finally over and I actually exceeded my expectations. I was able to make it down to 3 minutes and a half. But I mean, if you get 100% retention in a 3-minute video, that's still good shit. But I also had a slight problem because I had already used more than half of the time I had in this position. So I had to do the second and the third sweep pretty quickly. So what I did for the visuals was simply add a bunch of transitions in strategical points, like when major scene changes happen, add some captions and images to drive the point home, and also add some memes, because memes are always good. Now, the second sweep was supposed to be really quick, because in this type of videos there's not much visual effects to add, because it's a vlog. But obviously, I found a problem. I wanted to do a transition for the end of the Aston Martin scene, and I wanted to use the Aston Martin logo as the transition, so just take it and move it across the screen while the scene changes to hide the cut. But the problem was I had to find a vector Aston Martin logo. That means that doesn't have pixel and it's basically just like infinite resolution. Obviously that's not the actual definition, but who gives a f***? But the problem was I couldn't find any, so I had to create my own on Illustrator. Okay, do I really have to open this motherfucker in Illustrator? Oh my god. I suck at Illustrator. So it took me much longer than what it was supposed to take me, and so I lost a lot of time. The clock is ticking and I have to do the third sweep. Now this is a part that a lot of people neglect, but this step, the third sweep, is actually extremely important to make your videos pop, because with the right music and with the right sound effects you can make a normal video feel amazing, because that's what it's truly about. It's about how your video feels to the audience, what feelings do you give to the audience, and with the right music and sound effects this is extremely easy. So the way I did it was pretty simple. I identified 6 major scenes and choose appropriate music and sound effects to deliver the right feeling. There's the intro, which obviously has to have like a... Then the scene right after the intro where Tates have a flashback about their biggest impulse purchase. So I know that there's like some copyright on this song, but yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? Obviously, don't do that. Like, getting copyrighted is not a good idea in your videos, but I mean, who cares? It sounds good, like, it fits perfectly this situation. Then we have the epic scene of Tristan giving health advice, and obviously this scene is stupid as fuck, so what better music than... Now, I hope you get the pattern. Once I finished doing all the sound effects, I was pretty strict on time. You only had 5 minutes and I still had to review parts of the video and add some corrections and fancier stuff, like tracking some text with After Effects, adjusting audio levels, making sure everything is timed perfectly, and just take a look to what the final product should be. Okay. Phew, the video is over. I had the time to take care of all the details necessary to make it look amazing. If you want to see the final result, it's uploaded on this YouTube channel. I won't put it here because I will get copyrighted. Yeah, okay, so editing Fabian here. YouTube actually straight up removed the video completely, and not for copyright reasons. YouTube banned both videos I did about 108, the edit and also another video I did before. So yeah, cool stuff. But now back to the video. But the link is in the description, so just make sure to check it out. It's satisfying, very short and satisfying. Now, there were a bunch of things I learned while editing this thing. First of all, people are too attached to their footage. Of 10 minutes, there were so much stuff that just didn't have a real reason to be there. It was completely unmotivated. So remember guys, you don't need to be attached to your footage. Like, if a piece of the video isn't necessary, just remove it. Who gives a fuck? Always make sure that each second of your video is justified. Like, there needs to be a reason why something is there. If not, there shouldn't be anything there. Okay? Now, overall, it was a pretty fun experience editing this thing. I never did an editing challenge with a time limit, so this was my first time and it was pretty funny to see what I can do in a determined amount of time. I will definitely do many more videos like that, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.